Hi YouTube, my name is Daniel Lawrence. I'm the founding principal of DR Lawrence and Associates. We're owners representatives and project managers in the corporate real estate industry. Please remember to check out our website and reach out to us if there's anything that we can do to help you guys and guide and partner with you through any of your corporate real estate projects, whether it's a decommission, a move, a brand new tenant improvement project, a downsize, whatever it is that you guys are looking for with your real estate operations, we're the ones to be able to help you out. Now, today, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into our series on the 5 phases of a project. We're going to start with the first phase today, which is the strategy phase. During the strategy phase, this is primarily going to be an internal process with the client, an internal decision-making process. And oftentimes, owners, representatives, and construction project managers will get involved more to consult on this process so that we can help in your decision-making. There's going to be 4 different things essentially that are taken into account during this phase to make a proper evaluation on whether or not you want to do a project and what the best direction is to go with your project. The first thing we're going to be looking at is the lease terms that you have on your current space. And that will basically give us the time frame that we have to work within. Usually you want to be at least 2 years out when you're starting to get into this strategy phase, but that's not always the case. There's a lot of clients that may have a long-term lease that they're interested in getting out of for whatever reason. So they can potentially look at negotiating an early buyout or even subletting that space to another tenant. So those are a lot of different things that can happen with the lease. But in that first area of consideration, what we're doing is basically understanding the terms, the time frame that we have to work within. The next thing that's going to be taken into consideration are the programming needs of the space. So the programming needs of the space are primarily going to be what the business needs are or desires are. So you may have an office now that has 20 people or so that are in there, but you see in the next 5 or 10 years that you're going to have a lot of projected growth from that office. Maybe you're introducing a new business line into that office. For whatever reason, maybe you want to expand that office or add various amenities to that office. There's a lot of corporations that like to have the best of the best because it aids them in recruiting so that they can bring in the best of the best if they've got that sort of a work environment. You may be a business that wants to go remote and you don't need that space anymore, or you want to keep it as a touchdown space and alter the use of that space. Whatever it is, the programming needs are what you see are going to be happening with that space and with that office in the near future. And it may be a desire to, like I said, save money and downsize, send the team remote, or to expand and grow and spend a little bit more money so that you've got those needs for your business. So once you've got the lease terms with your mind wrapped around those and you've got the programming needs understood, you can kind of start to formulate a little bit of a direction. So say for the example that we're going to simply come up against our lease terms and we just want to move to a new location for whatever reason. We're going to need to be able to take on the next thing, which is the marketplace. And what are the availability of other spaces? What are comparable spaces that are out there? What are the costs of those spaces? What sort of amenities do those spaces have? And what part of town are they in? What sort of, do you need a smaller space? Do you need a bigger space? So a lot of that, the programming needs and your lease expirations are now going to be kind of combined with what the marketplace has to offer to be able to find potentially a new location. So typically there's going to be several locations that may be viable candidates to be able to have a new project and house your office location. So you'll usually take 2, 3 or so locations that you really want to get into that would be great. But now we need to be able to have the fourth element of our decision-making framework here, which is how much is it going to cost? And a lot of times this is going to be the phase, or this is going to be the consideration where you may want to bring in your owner's representative or your project manager for the first time in this project so that you can present them with, these are my several options that we're looking at. This is what we're looking to do with the project. Can you help us out with what some ROM pricing or rough order of magnitude pricing might be for this? What's it going to cost for each one of these scenarios? So if you've got 3 different spaces that are all going to work for your needs. One of the final decision makers, like I was saying, is cost. What are they going to cost? You know, you might be a program or an office environment that you're looking to save costs. That might be one of the reasons behind your decision making and evaluating a process at all, is wanting to right size your real estate footprint. So you may be looking at consolidations or things of that nature. So the cost modeling is very important so that you can understand what your forecasting is, what you're going to be getting into, and whether or not it's ultimately a good decision to kick off a project and move on to the next phase. So guys, those are the different considerations that are involved with the strategy phase of the 5 phases of a construction project. Thank you guys for your time. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and make sure to visit us at drlawrenceandassociates.com. Please reach out if there's anything that we can do to help your business grow or right size the footprint of your real estate portfolio. Look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.